Hello, folks. How are people doing out there in the land of chat and friends and whatnot? Okay. Always good also to make sure that I have chat visible to me, otherwise it's kind of hard to see when somebody responds to a question like that. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Glad to hear you're good. Hello, Aghanim. Ah! Yes, it's my time to shine. Good to know. Yeah, they've done interesting things to the translation of the opening cutscene. It's strange, but hey, I'm okay with it. Yes, yes. Also, you need to kill this guy. So, let's see what sprite we've been dealt today. What do I want as the file name today? Oh, I'll be dull and boring. I am Funny Man, I am FM. And I'm apparently wearing pink today. Alright then. Okay. Hey, I have some arrows. Well, actually, no, I don't have any arrows, but I have a larger quiver. That's sort of useful. Sort of. Okay. So if you know the layout of this game well, you're wondering why I'm coming over here, because there's literally nothing over here for me to grab. And the reason for this is that the start of a key-sanity run, it's very common that you start off by triggering a glitch. So when I fall into this hole, we see that this is not at all the room it's usually. There's, I've read at least one source that called it a crash prevention routine that basically says, hey, your camera is offset too far, this looks really weird, I'm just gonna go ahead and toss you into this random room here. And it's known as the Houlihan room because that box in the back in the original English game talks about somebody called Chris Houlihan and says, you know, this is his secret room. Because apparently he won a Nintendo Power Contest back in the day to get his name into a future Nintendo game, and this was it. But it's a nice place to go to in key-sanity because you get a decent amount of starting cash, 225 rupees. Why am I going that way? I want to check these two bushes. Nothing yet. I'm looking to get 2 bombs here because for my route up into Kakariko, I'm going to need one of them for the race game, and then a second one for a spot where I can grind for more bombs. So 2 is really what I need. Now, I could go off to the side and check the race game and see if I actually want what's there, but in key-sanity there's a pretty good chance that the item that's randomly over there is something that I want, so I like to go this way, which of course means that every time I do go this way it tends to be something that I don't want. Although, to be fair, last seed it was the flute, so that doesn't always hold out. Flute, it was a really nice thing to get this early on. This, on the other hand, is a completely vanilla item, just a piece of heart. This early on, it doesn't suck to have more health, even though that's not a full heart container yet. So not much yet. Hopefully this will be the antithesis of the last seed I did, which gave me the flute at race game and then nothing else for like 15 minutes. That was really sad. Yeah, I'll go do the bomb first. The routing within Kakariko I'm not terribly comfortable with yet. I should probably just stare at a map of it for a while and figure out what the best routes through it are. This little hut here always has 4 bombs in it. It also has a couple of rats that you can kill who may or may not drop anything interesting. Hard telling. So far the answer is not. But I want more bombs, so we'll get one more chance to find out. They do, however, move annoyingly and make it kind of hard to actually kill them. Rats can drop arrows. That's, sort of useful to know. Not really, but sort of. Don't mind me just trying to hiccup. And, well, trying not to, but you know what I mean. Okay, so in here... Hello, chickens. Would you like to take a trip into another dimension? No, okay. Good to know. More arrow capacity. Okay, so I'm already 10 over the default arrow capacity. Only have 15 arrows so far, but I can hold, I think it's 40 now? I think your default is 30. So, what's in this chest? The bar has our first key, Palace of Darkness, okay? Palace of Darkness has 6 keys, of which you definitely need 4 and probably need 5. Assuming you're not willing to skip items. If you're willing to skip items, you can make do with less. And down in Blind's basement here, we have... money, more money, a bottle, yeah, that's nice, more money, let's see, following this pattern, another bottle? Nope, a map, okay. Desert Palace map. That's actually useful information. I'm not going to check it just yet, but it is useful information to have. And so now I kind of have to do the awkward thing of there's more items down south that I need to go grab. Did I talk to you on my way past? Yeah, I did. I don't remember what you gave me, but I apparently talked to you and got whatever it was. Must not have been interesting. You have some extra bombs for me. Thanks? Ah, he had arrows. Yeah, that makes sense. That would be completely ignorable right now. I even think I can picture it. It was a 10 arrow drop, wasn't it? Down in this cave, we have... money! This is the rich man's seed. Maybe I didn't need to go to Houlihan Room. Thing about key-sanity is there's so much... There's so many keys around that the money becomes a lot more scarce. But this time around, I actually have more money right now than Houlihan gave me, and I already bought the bottle. This is kind of weird. Still have picked up pretty much nothing, though, which is kind of sad. Nothing interesting dropping off of the guards there. Dodge the crow. I think I want to go through this first. Again, one of those places that I'm not quite sure what the routing I want looks like. More money. More money. Okay, I'm actually getting up to the point that money is kind of useful again. If I get up to 500, I can go buy the item from Zora. Whatever it is. Small key! What is it? Small key of Castle Tower. Oh boy. That's worrying. That's one of the Aghanim keys. There's a set of, like, 5 items that you need to go fight Aghanim. If you get all of them early on in key-sanity, you probably need to fight Aghanim. Good news is I only have one of them so far. I would need a sword, I would need the lamp, I would need both of Aghanim's keys. Huh. I apparently can't hit the bee with a bush. I didn't know that. Let's see, sword, lamp, both of Aghanim's keys, and then either a sword upgrade or the magic cape. And Aghanim certainly isn't needed for that reason. I can do without a single green rupee, thanks. Come on, let me past. For some reason, some objects in the game are kind of sticky. If you try to slide along them at a diagonal, it doesn't work. You just run into them. I don't know why. And that's a useless pull. There's a third pull level I could try for, but at this point I don't think it's worth my time. Okay, so back to my house, and time to make the trip south and see what's down there. Don't have any weaponry yet, which is going to make the mini Muldworm Cave kind of awkward. I can do it with bombs, but it is not a fun experience. But before that, I have to check the dam. And get to find out what dam items I have this seed. I'll leave it up to your imagination whether there was an N on that. So outside the dam, we have a lot of cash. Okay then. So I will be picking that up, yeah. Red boomerang, that's kind of useful. And that's gonna make going and doing the Basement of Escape a lot easier, that's for sure. Ow. Okay. Unfortunately, Red Boomerang does not work on these guys. I missed. Ah. This guy is the hardest one to get. Really? You meant... Nah. Just stay stuck there, please. Thank you. And I appreciate the bomb restock. You certainly wasted enough of mine. Okay. That was not exactly smooth, but it went, which is nice. Hyrule Castle key. Okay, so that means Basement of Castle is definitely available. Big key to Hera, some more bombs, big key to Meyer. Big keys are good to have. Nothing really amazing yet, but it does mean after Ice Rod Cave, the next choice is pretty obviously going... I should get out my boomerang. This will be a lot safer with my boomerang on. But the next choice is very clearly going to be heading into Escape. Which it was probably going to be anyway, but that made it obvious. If you don't remember this section of the game, that's because you probably didn't come here very often. It's not exactly a area replete with items. But those crabs there, when you still have the starting tunic, will deal 2 hearts of damage. Like that. Ow. I really was not trying to demonstrate that, but okay. I accept the demonstration. Just as long as they stay well away from me until I get in here. Okay, good. Dying out here is painful, because as you may have noticed, it's a considerable distance away from my house. And very easy to do when you have 3 hearts, and the enemies are doing 2. it's a long walk. It's not the worst place to die in the game. There are definitely some worse ones down in the basements of dungeons, but it's not a nice one to die in. Okay, so let's go collect the probably not a sword that Uncle has. So, Uncle, what did you come in here armed with? 50 bucks. Well, it's not the worst amount I've seen him try to bribe guards with. I think that goes to... I think I've seen single green rupee there, so... Oh, I've got full magic already. That's kind of unusual at this point. Yeah, I am above 500 money, so Zora is definitely in the cards. If I can, I would kind of like to not do that, because I would much rather go there after I have the flippers. It saves a lot of time if you can go there after the flippers, and potentially with the mirror from the Dark World. The kind of optimal thing there is you go up there in the Dark World, you get catfish, you then mirror over to the Light World, grab the fairy cave. What's our stun prize today? Stun prize is a green rupee. You mirror over to Light World, you grab the Fairy Cave for another 2 chests, you go up to Zora for a 5th chest, and get to see what's on the Zora ledge for potentially a 6th chest. Hey, bomb capacity! That's actually kind of useful, but I think I would have preferred 3 bombs. Since I have exactly as many bombs as I need for this. I'm glad I didn't have less, because I didn't check that before coming in. That would have been awkward. Yeah. Full magic is nice. It would be even better if I had money to actually spend. Wait. No, if I had something to use the magic on. I glanced over at chat and saw the comment about 500 rupees, and that switched what I was thinking. Okay. Bomb you. Thank you for your donation of a single green rupee. I assure you it will go to help the cause of, I don't know, cooking a pig. Map of Skullwoods. Useful information. Okay. I suppose technically I could have skipped that key because I have the extra one, and then just not had a key for the door that I don't want to open anyway. Didn't think about that, but I wanted to go in there anyway so that I could get the chest. Have a pot. Have more pot. You can tell I'm a Californian because I realized that pot is the solution to all problems. Wait. Never mind. Okay, so I got lamp. That's actually useful, because that means taking a death warp here means I can go up and check sewer chest. And honestly, because I have the key, I'll actually probably spend it now. That's kind of unusual. I'll just completely miss all of the ropes and walk into one and hit it with my face instead. That sounds like a brilliant plan. Okay, I found a compass to Misery Mire. Oh yeah, there is going to be a rat up here that I don't have a way to deal with, isn't there? Is there any way that I can manage this? There are some pots here, which I will completely whiff on rats with. The other possibility is I have the boomerang. I cannot pick up rats, annoyingly. I have arrows, but of course I don't have a bow. Well then, this is awkward. I think this will restock the pots, so I can at least try again to kill a few more rats. But if I don't get super lucky and have a rat drop a bomb here, then I'm kind of SOL, yeah. I can't actually make progress here. That is super annoying. So I guess as it turns out I had one less bomb than I needed. That's frustrating. Okay, back to my house. The next choice is going to be over to Sarsaparilla and into Eastern. Ow. Oh yeah, I need to actually buy bombs before I go that way. Good news is I have lots of money, so buying bombs not really a problem. But I do need to actually remember to go do it. $10 bombs, please, and I've got a storage of at least 15, and I've got tons of money right now. So I'm going to buy a second helping. Turns out to have only been 5 bombs, but I'm still not worried about money for the moment, so... Okay. I really don't have anything still. The boomerang is basically the only major item I have, and even that's not major. I suppose the bottle is slightly better because it did actually unlock something. Green pendant is in Hera today. Good to know. Oh, I do have the lamp. That's right. Yeah, lamp is a major item. That's for sure. It's a fire source. It lets you get through dark. Ooh, mirror. Okay, yeah, lamp lets you get through dark rooms. Mirror is very good to have, but immediately not that useful. There's not a whole lot that I can do with just the mirror. It makes it faster to get back out of dungeons. That's pretty close to it right now. Because I can't even get to a Dark World portal yet. To get to the Dark World, you need at very least gloves. Because if you go up the mountain, you can get gloves to get into the mountain. Well, I suppose gloves or the flute. Either of those will let you get up the mountain, although lamp is officially required for getting up the mountain as well, if you take the glove route. But you don't strictly speaking need it. And then for any of the other portals, you'll have to lift at least a tier 1 stone and often a tier 2. Big Key of Skull, that's... It's not bad, it's good that I got it this early, because it would have really sucked getting it later. It unlocks a single chest, and the fact that I've gotten it now doesn't really enable much, but it does mean that when I go through there, I will be able to clear out that chest. Which I appreciate. Oh, thank you. I kind of wish I hadn't bought the second thing of bombs now. Oh well. Couldn't know I was going to get that. Also couldn't have known I was going to get that. Okay, gloves. That means I can get into the back of escape the easier way now. And I missed with that boomerang. Right, I don't have that yet. Would be good to remember the items I do and don't have occasionally. But it's been a long day today, so my mind's not quite as with it as it ought to be. What do we have in here? Well, I know exactly what's in there. It's a key. It's always a key. What I really want to know is what's in the room over to the left here. Which is going to be kind of awkward to clear. And by kind of, I mean like really awkward. Do you guys just take damage from this or something? Yes, yes you do. Okay. There really are not very many enemies that die to the boomerang, as in... That's not quite it, but it's close. Really? You're a slow-moving enemy, and you just hustled way the heck out of that bomb range. And this is a small key to pod. Okay. Okay, next up is going to be back of escape, followed quickly by going up the mountain, unless I get other interesting items. Probably still followed by going up the mountain, regardless of what I get. Unless I get something that allows me to clear out stuff in the immediate vicinity here. Which I think would be level 2 gloves or boots. You are a compass, a skull, mostly useless, a bug net, nice to have, but not that useful, and the map of Hyrule Castle, which is completely useless, because I know what Hyrule Castle looks like. Okay. It also doesn't give you any additional information. The dungeon maps do give you some additional information. The Hyrule Castle one, well, there is nothing at the end of Hyrule Castle aside from, you know, Zelda's cell. It doesn't have an actual reward. It doesn't have a crystal or a pendant. Okay, I guess the crows are also something that will die to that, because they also don't get stunned by it. But they clearly do take damage. Down this way, up this way. Hello, old man. I am impressed that you have gotten lost in this small cave. But sure, I will escort you out. And then hopefully not die to the various randomness around here. As I was saying, hopefully not die to the various randomness around here. This is a nasty place to be with 3 hearts. Especially when you also have green tunic still. Although, admittedly, my tunic does look pink. It's actually green. I hear we have kids screaming in the pool today. Lovely. Okay, there we go. Thank you for the heart container. It is actually quite appreciated. And I'm going to duck in here before that cabbage hits me. That would hurt. I'm also going to take the back exit here because, granted, it's probably a bit slower. It's much safer. Not having to walk among the falling cabbages is really good. But now I'm back outside, unfortunately. And I luck out. None of them actually came for me there. Good. Okay, so, Spectacle Rock, you have a heart container sitting on top. Yes, please, thank you. And inside you have 20 bucks. No thanks. I can pass up the 20 bucks. I've tried a couple times going inside blind and just seeing what I get there like I do with the race game, but it doesn't seem to pay off as much. Either that or I just have low sample size and haven't gotten lucky enough to continue. Yeah, okay, hitting switches is hard. Because I still have 0 swords. Ice rod. Okay. I know that does damage to the Landmalus. And I think it does damage to the mini Moldorms. But I don't think it does damage to Moldorm himself. So that's awkward. Yeah, this is hard. Oh hey, you fell in on your own, thanks. I actually really appreciate that. How many weapons do I have now? Oh, yeah, you're looking at it. I mean, I just got the ice rod, which is sort of a weapon. But swords? Nah. Who needs swords? I am relatively certain I didn't roll this as a swordless seed, but it does feel like it's trying to be one right now. That, on the other hand, is a weapon. That is definitely a weapon. It does a lot of damage, it has a crappy hitbox, but it is a weapon. Small key to Misery Mire, pretty useless. Mire you can get by just fine with no keys at all. One of them is kind of useful. Okay, well this is going to be an interesting fight. Hitting a fast-moving enemy with a small hitbox, with a weapon that has a small hitbox. Oh boy. Good news is, does lots of damage, so I think I only need 3 hits. Two. 3. That went far more smoothly than it deserved to, honestly. And, hey, he dropped Sankheart. Okay, green pendant. Green pendant is kind of nice. I knew it was going to be here if I'd thought about it. And I'll twirl around and hold up my empty hand, because I don't have a sword yet. Right. Yeah, I've actually gotten a fair amount of hearts up here. I came up Death Mountain with 2 red rupees in a row. Nice. Came up Death Mountain with 3. The old man gave me a 4th, and then I found 2 in Hera. It was nice. This is a dangerous place to walk. Please don't hit me anything. I'm a nice guy. You don't need to come attack me. Thank you. And I think right now this is the last I'll be able to do up here. A map of Hera, thanks. That's really useful to get the map of Tower of Hera that tells me that the dungeon that I just beat is in fact the Greed Pendant, which I was also told by Sarashula earlier. That's not the hammer. It did, however, kill 2 of them, which I wasn't expecting that from an accidental bomb drop, but I accept. I believe that's 3 pod keys now. I got 1 of the medallions, which I can't use until I get a sword. I got a moon pearl and a sword. Okay, this was a nice cave. Yeah. There's still nothing else I can do up here, but that was a nice set of things. Okay, now where? What is left? The desert cave. I can get into Dark World now. Right, I can do Dark World. So I actually have lots of stuff open. Yeah. I don't have gloves 2 yet. So I would kind of prefer not to be in Kakariko yet, although I'll end up there soon even without gloves. But definitely start down here. That was not smooth. You're supposed to talk to him, not drop a second bomb that you will then pick up instead of talking to him. You know, just in case you were wondering what the correct etiquette is for blowing open a hole in the back of somebody's house. Don't think about that too hard. Don't have boots yet. I don't have gloves too. I can check the pyramid. I can go see what Zora and Catfish have, although I don't have flippers. I think that's probably still about the best I'm going to accomplish right now. Yeah, it's important to know the correct etiquette for blowing open holes in the back of somebody's house. I mean, you may be a demolition person, but you're not uncivilized. You're just doing uncivilized things. There's a difference. 3 bombs over there. That's not especially useful, but I'm still kind of remembering the fact that I run out of bombs right now, so I'm grabbing them anyway. Going up this way is kind of dangerous right now. I'm probably going to pop into the potion shop. That seems like a really good idea, actually. Back, back! Okay. Hello, witch. Please to kiss me and give me lots of love. And I think I only had the one bottle. Yeah, I only had the one bottle. Okay, back into the dark world I go. I really do not have a good enough sword yet, but having a sword is still a luxury right now. This phase of the game, you would normally be expected to have a master sword. By phase, I of course mean the fact that I'm in the dark world right now, not the number of dungeons I've completed, which is, I think, still 0. Unless you count Hyrule Castle. Hey, I will take that! Thank you very much! Catfish had blue tunic! Ooh, yeah, that makes my life a whole lot better. Much less likely to die to things now. And the ledge has 20 bucks, okay. So I'll be back for the waterfall, but I don't need to come back up this way. There are faster ways to get 20 bucks if you need it. If you're wondering, some of the falls into water are accidents, some of them are intentional, so that I get a little bit of invulnerability and can just walk through an enemy. And what do you have? A second bottle prepared with green goo. Okay. Okay, at this point, I think the dark side of Kakariko is the next target here. Also known as the Village of Outcasts. Before I actually go into Village of Outcasts, I will go up and clear out the majority of Skullwoods. Just because that's a convenient direction to go from there. I don't have gloves too, I can't go down south. This portal is much less annoying to access once you actually get the second level gloves. Because right now you have to come around back, menu over to a hammer so you can take down a single peg and then go in there instead of lifting the big rocks down south. And if you want to go to Village of Outcasts, you would need to go around to the left there as well. Because you again can't go straight south through there. And down into the dungeon. Do I have any of the Skullwood small keys yet? No, I don't. Hey, I actually managed to avoid all of those guys that time. That is unusual for me. I hate that room. Okay. Hey, you. Hey, bomb capacity. That's nice. $5. And now I come over here and open the one required chest in the game. This chest always has exactly the same thing in it. A small key to the dungeon that it's in. It's because if it didn't have it, you could get trapped in here. I am going to go out and get an entry point here, because I don't want to die and get reset. That would be embarrassing. Hey, 300 bucks. Okay, now I'll die and get reset because it's no longer embarrassing. I want to do it. Health, please. Thank you. One more chest in here that I can get. It is going to be moderately painful to get, annoyingly. I've had worse, though. I had to do this entire thing with, did I even have a sword last seed? Yeah. As I said, moderately painful. Good news is I reset to the beginning of this room, so it's not that bad. Yeah, I'm not even sure I had a sword when I was doing this last seed. Ah. Hammer is not fun to use against these guys. It does, however, deal way more damage than my sword. Ah, you bounced back quickly there. Come on. Come on. Here, boy. Here, boy. There we go. Okay. And now I should be good for this room. I do have very little health, which makes this room scary and, well... Okay, let's try that again. This is not a fun place to be with the equipment that I have right now. For that matter, this room is not terribly fun to be in with endgame equipment, aside from the fact that the red cane means you don't have to move this statue around. Which is, to be fair, a very large benefit. Especially with the stupid hand. It's one of those rooms where you just want to figure out who designed it and punch them. Okay, so that is, at this point, everything I need to do in the dungeon. So I will mirror warp like 8 feet south. And now I'll go to the Village of Outcasts. Actually, no, I lie. I'm not gonna go to the Village of Outcasts quite yet, because there's the Cape Cave to check on up here, and then something else I can mirror to. Okay, Cape Cave has a heart. I hate those pterodactyls. There's a reason that they're colloquially known as murderdactyls. And this is gonna be an awkward thing to get to. Hopefully I won't die in the process. Fortunately, there's a second thing here that I can't get to, but the one up here, I can. Shh. Also, fortunately, there are some hearts here. Second medallion. Okay, that's nice. Don't have Bombos yet, which would give me part of what I need for the Ice Palace. Fortunately, I think I have to walk back the exact same way I came in here, because I'm pretty sure there's no other way out. Ow, ow, ow. And there goes most of the health that I picked up in that cave. Good thing I picked it up. Ugh. Leave me alone, little plant dog thing. Okay. At this point, I'm in fairly safe territory. Pay no attention to the guards that are chasing after me. This is actually an area that is fairly hard to take damage in. Unless you're just completely not paying attention. Or, you know, fail to go through the bush there. Thanks for the heart and the Fisher-Price shield. That guy apparently didn't think I had enough defense, but wasn't interested in subsidizing it either. Map of Pod. Kinda good to know. Yeah. I should have just kept going. It would have landed behind me. This is a single green rupee! Yay! I found a green rupee. Ah! Why'd you have to come that direction? That was mean of you. Also, there was an enemy there that I completely could not see. So this is scary now. Much scarier than it normally is. I mean, the good news is I'm primed for Death Warp. Bad news is I activated it prematurely. The worst news is I don't even need a Death Warp here because I have a mirror. But at least it was in a dungeon, so it's not as bad as it could be. If I had had that happen in the Dark World proper, I would have just gotten sent back to the Light World and had to come back here again. That would have been annoying. And this time I'm just going to walk through completely unscathed because, you know, now that I don't actually have any health worries, why would anything hit me? That's 4 pod keys. If I could get the bow, then pod is something that I can do fairly easily. I wouldn't quite be able to full clear it because I don't have the big key yet, but I could clear everything else with those 4 keys. Yay, arrow capacity, and bonking the mic. Things that everybody wants in their Let's Play. Right, I can't rescue the frog yet because I don't have gloves to. I can go do digging game and some of the South Loop. "28 digs. Yeah. But hey, there's pod key number 5, so I can definitely do pod completely as soon as I get the big key and the bow. I will never need to find another pod key. Which is a good thing. Kind of surprised I've gotten 5 pod keys this early. That probably means that pod is somewhere I should be going soon. Because that feels like the randomizer logic is saying, hey, there's something useful here. There's something useful. No, I'm serious. There's something useful here. Because why else would it be giving me that many of the keys if it didn't need to unlock it for me? Yes, granted, it could just be complete random chance. But I'm not buying that right now. I think it's more likely that there's something useful in pod. Magic powder. That's really annoying to pick up right now. What else do I want to do down here? I can't check Bombo's tablet. I can't get into Swamp because I don't have flippers. So I think pod really is the next port of call here. Okay. So powder turn-in is a thing. But I can't do it quite yet. Well, I can, strictly speaking, do it, but I'm not going to because it's out of the way. That's one of the things about the randomizer is you often want to save places until you have something else to do in their area. Sometimes you're going to be forced going places for single items, but whenever you can avoid it, you want to, because you're far more likely to find a useful item when you're opening 2 or 3 chests than when you're only opening 1. This probably should go without saying, but, you know, that's why you do it. Okay. Time to go pay the monkey $110 for literally 20 seconds of work. I have to wonder how you were actually supposed to get into this dungeon when they built it. I mean, is this forest here specifically so that they could get monkeys who would be able to serve as entrance helpers? It seems kind of unlikely. Although then again, the motif on the entryway here is monkeys, so maybe. Maybe it's actually the Temple of the Monkey. So, what do you have in you today, Pod? A big key for Eastern. That's not quite useless right now, but it kind of approaches useless. Why am I walking back this way? I have mirror. Yeah. That opens 1 chest in Eastern right now. Because it opens up the big chest, and that's it. If I could get the bow, at that point it makes Eastern full clearable. And I honestly have no idea whether I should be expecting to find the bow in this dungeon. Could be, or it could just troll me on the bow for the next hour and a half. Why am I going this way? I don't want to go this way. I suppose at this point I might as well. I need to get to the point where I recognize I should use the mirror faster, because there are places where it'll save you a few seconds. And if you don't think of it fast enough, you've wasted the time that it would have saved you. Yes, you're an annoying little thing. Okay. Hey, I managed to get around him. I usually don't. I don't care about killing you guys. Small key to Turtle Rock is kind of nice. Collect a few of the rupees here, although I'm not going to be caring that much about getting all of them. Especially when I grab just 300 of them sitting in a chest. Yeah, that makes me care much less about the 5 rupees sitting on the floor. Okay, and this has level 2 gloves. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's the big progression item that I was kind of expecting to find here. But now comes the fun thing. I need to get the exact right pixel here twice. Would be nice if I could get the first one. Almost. Too far. Boy, I am not having any luck right now. There we go. That's the right pixel. So, for those curious, if you see under the mirror here where there's that little sliver of the pathway beneath me that we can see, what I'm looking for is the pattern as it goes up, the top of it, the black piece vanishes into the border of the inventory window, and I can see that one piece of light there. That's the signal that I'm looking for to tell me that I'm on the right pixel. And then here I'm looking for 3 pixels of shadow, which I just managed to get first time, so... What? Okay, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Let's try that again. I may have to take a look at that later and see if I can figure out what went wrong, because that looked right. I don't know, maybe my horizontal positioning was off. Might have been too far into the bomb or something. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Almost. Okay, that was the 1 pixel shift I needed. And that is 1, 2, 3 pixels worth of shadow. That's where I want to be. Okay, that time it went flawlessly. Still not entirely sure what went wrong the first time, but yeah, whatever. The reason behind this, by the way, is to avoid the door up above that requires a small key. Oh, flippers. Okay. That was a good find. Yeah, that was a really good find. And a whole bunch more money. Okay, I might as well go hit up the eastern chest because I am literally right here. It's still a little bit out of my way, but it may be a while before I'm back in this area, so I should check it now. Come on, hit the button. There we go. This is definitely a gamble. I'm basically betting that this item is going to be important. I'm not sure it's a good gamble, but it's not as expensive a gamble as some others that you can make, and I tend to favor going after stuff even when you could skip it. just because this is one less thing that's going to be sitting in the back of my mind bothering me and potentially getting forgotten. That was not worth it at all. Okay. Where am I going now? I have gloves too. What else did I get in there? Mostly just gloves too, honestly. Gloves too and flippers. So I got a bunch of movement stuff. Okay, so what I want to do now is go into Kakariko, head over to the Village of Outcasts, do the blacksmith and Peg Cave, and pick up the chest, and then head down south. Basically just trying to pick up as many of these little weird one-off things as possible. And powder. I should do powder while I'm here as well. I was sitting there going, wasn't there one other random one-off thing here? Powder, yeah. Head into Batcave. Talk to Batman. See if he curses me with half magic. I doubt it. It's pretty unlikely that he actually gives me his vanilla payout. Shoot. I don't particularly care that you're stealing my stuff. Also, I don't think I actually did Sea House. No, I didn't. Glad I thought of that now, although, granted, it wasn't terribly important. Useful information, but not something that I would have been weeping over if I forgot it. Still glad that I remembered it, though. Didn't really want to fall off there, but okay, sure. There are worse things to do. Okay. I guess I'll do pegs first, since they're right here. That was interesting. We actually got to see the fact that the hammer is offset in the two directions because Link is left-handed. I hit the peg to one side and missed it to the other. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm right here, sure. It is a map of swamp. Okay, yeah, that's good information to get. Okay. So, Mr. Blacksmith, meet your brother. And don't mind me, I'm just gonna step outside for a moment. Oh, what's that? You wanted to work on my sword and give me a shield instead? Thank you. Okay. That's, I think, the closest I've seen them to come to actually giving you their vanilla item. Normally they give you the upgrade from Master Sword into Tempered, so that would be a sword upgrade here. Instead it was a shield upgrade. Okay. Red goo. Okay. So I effectively have 2 blue goo, and one of them has just been separated. And I think I've got a bee in a bottle, too. So I think I have all 4 bottles. That right? Yeah, I've got all 4 bottles. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Follow me, Mr. Chest. We are going on an adventure. It's not going to be much of an adventure because I already did most of the stuff down this way. But a bit of an adventure, at least. Okay. Yeah, I can take the shortcut here. I have gloves. I, in fact, have level 2 gloves. I can easily lift that rock. Not sure why I was straining so hard at it. Sadly, I cannot do Bombo's tablet while I'm down here because I still don't have a book. And you have 20 bucks for me. Okay, I'm fairly nearby. I will go ahead and check out Desert Ledge and Desert Cave. Ledge first, because if I don't go for it first, I'll probably forget it. Desert Ledge is completely forgettable. Okay, then. I am glad that I have this much health and blue mail for this section. This would be ugly to do in 3 hearts green mail. Kind of the opposite of what I had in the Dark World. Except that's even more chaotic than a lot of Dark World areas. Hello, Agina. How you doing up there? Don't mind me, I'm just blowing a hole in your wall, like you do. Okay. You had some love for me. Thanks. I guess. No flute yet. This is gonna be the polar opposite of the last seed. Last seed I got flute as one of my very first few items. This seed it's probably gonna be like in Ganon's tower, so it's pretty much completely useless. Although that would mean that I don't need to go into Mire at all. I don't actually need to go in there either, but I wasn't thinking about where I was going. That is a heart piece. I don't care about that. Time to go see the hobo under the bridge. Discover if he's actually a hobo or perhaps just a trust fund kid out camping. So, Mr. Hobo, what do you have for me today? You have 50 bucks. Okay, so probably more your, ordinary tourist kind of guy. I just presented myself as the bridge ranger and told him he needed to pay his license fee. I mean, heck, I've been accused of kidnapping. I might as well get in a little bit of larceny and just make some cash off of my crimes. I can almost do ice. The only thing that I need for ice at this point... well, the big key would be nice if I don't have it. Big key of swamp, okay. I think I might have ice's key. I don't remember which number it is, which is kind of awkward. Okay. I don't have the swamp small key, so I can't do very much in there. I've done as much of Pot as I can, I've done as much of Eastern as I can, I've done as much of Hera as I can. There is that one chest in Swamp that I can get to without the small key. I've done all of the Skull Woods that I can. Oh, I think Ice is 5, so I don't have the big key there yet. I can't get into Mire because I don't have the flute. I could potentially open the door to, Okay, I know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to finish that thought. I could potentially open the door to Turtle Rock, but I can't do anything once I'm in there. However, what I can do is at least some of Darkside Death Mountain, because I have the hammer to get over to the east side. And I have the gloves to enter Dark World. I don't have the hookshot, so I won't be able to do much of Hookshot Cave, and in fact, I don't have the boots, so I can't do any of Hookshot Cave. Ah! Stupid cabbages! You know, even if you consider the fact that those are falling rocks, officially, where were they falling from? As soon as you get up here, they are nowhere to be seen. That's why it's clearly cabbages that were being thrown down from Tower of Hera. There's somebody sitting off-screen on that tower just chucking cabbages when you're down low enough for them to have enough time to get to you. But as soon as you get closer, he, you know, pieces out and hides. Let's see if I can open... Oh, Bo is over there. Okay. That is huge to know. Okay. But yeah, let's see if I can open Turtle Rock. I've got a 2 in 3 chance, because I've got 2 of the 3 medallions. Yep, I can open Turtle Rock. Like I said, I can't do anything in it yet, but I can open it. Technically, I could duck in and grab, what is it, a single bomb and a magic refill from the entry room, but that's it. So yes, hello Hookshot Cave that I can do basically nothing in aside from walk through and fall off this platform. You know what, I've got Ether out. I might as well show off what it does. Lets you see the platforms there. Not permanently, but while it's animating, you can see them. Kinda neat. Obviously completely useless if you remember what the platforms look like. I wasn't intending on showing off by detonating that bomb midair, but I didn't quite think it was in the right position to hit otherwise. Yay! I got the D! Woohoo! That is really good to have. I don't have silver arrows yet. And I want to come in the back way here. Because since I'm already up here, this is actually a faster way to get to the chests. Blueberries and 20 bucks. Okay. Not much. The bow does, however, mean that I can accomplish significantly more over in the pod area. I can full clear Eastern, and I can do 2 more chests in pod itself. If I get the big key for pod in either there or Eastern, then I can full clear pod, but I'm not really planning on that. It'd be nice, but I'm not planning on it. I have a lot of money now. Yeah, this has been a money-rich seed, for sure. I probably should have used the portal back by my house, but now that I'm over here, there's a portal here to use. And I am going to hit this before going into Eastern, because I think that makes a lot more sense than walking up to Eastern, coming down to the portal, walking back up to pod. I don't think it saves a lot of time, but I do think it saves some. Ow. Go away! Seriously, you should have left me alone like 3 screens ago. That was painful. Jeez. I may end up drinking that red goo just to survive into the dungeon here. Hopefully not, but jeez. Really annoying when you get ambushed by a murderdactyl when it just keeps camping you. Okay, mirror. And go into Eastern. I think I'm okay health-wise. I don't think I need to worry about doing a death heal. Eastern is a dungeon that you're sort of expected to have 3 hearts in, and I have 2.5 left. I should, however, switch over to the bow so that I don't accidentally mirror myself out of the dungeon. There's a heart here. I will take that heart. So the only thing left to do in here is go up and fight the boss for 1 more item. Once I've got that item, then it's back into pod for 2 chests, and if I'm really lucky, a big chest and a key, and a boss. Key is what I would need for that to happen, specifically the big key of pod. I really hate these guys when I don't have... Well, actually I do have powder. I could just get health from them. Hadn't thought about that. Yeah. I actually got powder really early this seed. There we go. Come on, wake up. Here we are. Okay. Yeah, I really can't get the quick kill on those guys. I need to either practice it or stop trying. Ah! Come on. Okay. Hopefully I'm gonna do this boss fight better than I did in my other game. Sort of. No, it's kind of gotten off the rails. Fortunately, it's not a hard boss fight, so even having screwed it up, it's not gonna kill me. Fire Rod. Interesting. Not what I was looking for, but interesting. It's not critical for very much. It does allow me to go kill Mothula. Although trying to do that with no path magic and fighter sword does not sound like fun. Mothula is, in my opinion, the worst boss in the game. But I have all 4 bottles, so it's doable. I would need to stock up before I go in to be confident of victory, but it's doable. Yeah. Slightly off there. This room is annoying, but not especially dangerous. This room, on the other hand, can be remarkably dangerous because the erratic movement of those guys really can trip you up. Okay. Boy, that's making a T-Rock dip look attractive. Yeah, I can't do anything else here. Do I want to go up to Turtle Rock at this point? It's not a crazy idea. Turtle Rock keys. I only have one. But there are still several chests that I can get into in there. So, yeah, let's try that. Annoyingly, I still have to take the long way around here because I still don't have the hook shot. Although this part is self-inflicted. I don't have the hook shot, I don't have the boots. I do have flippers, but I don't have the Swamp Palace small key yet. Ice is, I think, full clearable at this point. Except I don't think I have the big key for ice. Regardless, having got the cane there, I'm following the breadcrumb of it up to a T-Rock drip. And we'll see if that pays off. It seems like the sort of trolley thing that the randomizer would do. You have to come up here with the gloves that you got in pod to get the bow, to go back into pod, to pick up the red cane, to come back up here and go into Turtle Rock. It just seems like the kind of crazy progression that I would expect out of the randomizer. Okay. So what do we have in the first chest? A small key of swamp. Okay, that already kind of feels like it just justified this trip. Whoop. I was not trying to fall off there, but I forgot you do need to keep holding the correct direction at the question mark locations. You can't queue up for the next thing. Okay, yeah. Oh man, I have to take the long path through this. That sucks. And it's right, down. And then this way. If you have the hook shot, you can cut that significantly shorter by hook-shotting yourself and falling into the pit, which will send you back to the entrance of the room, and you can avoid taking the long route. Flute! Okay! This is now a double justified trip. There were two awesome things up here. I have one more chest I can get, I believe. Let's see what my third choice is. Maybe two chests, not sure. Yeah, this... Again, coming up here was something of a gamble, but it seems to be paying off in spades. Okay, mostly in items, not spades. I don't have cards available. Okay. This room sucks. Small key to Thieves' Town. Wow, that is, again, something that is really useful to have found here. Whoa. I don't think I have the shovel yet, no. I mean, I can double check. Nope, I do not have a shovel. I briefly used the shovel because I did the digging game, and the digging game grants you a free shovel while you're playing it. But that's literally the only thing you can use it for. It also completely overtakes your item, so you can have any item selected, and hitting the use item button uses a shovel instead. Pull out your fire rod, use it to dig. This makes perfect sense, don't worry about it. All rise for the national anthem. Just makes your heart swell with pride, doesn't it? Or maybe that's the sinking feeling in your stomach from being carried off by a duck. Not sure. Could be either. So I can get into desert this way. I don't think I have any of the desert keys, do I? No, none of the desert keys. Meyer. Meyer has Ether as its entrance medallion, so I can open Meyer. Also, did you see that dodging I was doing there? That worked remarkably well. I would not have expected it to work that well. I will need the mirror out in a moment, so I can show off this glitch. Blocks? What blocks? Small key to skull is pretty much useless. Yeah, so Meyer is available to me whenever I'm ready to go in there. Incidentally, what is our crystal check? There is a red crystal at desert. Oh, small key. A small key of Cannon's Tower. Not terribly useful. Okay. Trying to remember what all I just picked up. Right, I have the small key and the big key of Swamp. I should go do Swamp. I don't have the hook shot yet, which is really annoying. I also can't get into Meyer at all. Okay, yes, I should stop and think about this. I think I have everything aside from the big key for Ice. I should do Ice first. Yeah, I have a small key for Ice even. So the only thing I am going to end up missing in Ice is the big chest. And that's assuming I don't find the big key for Ice in Ice. Which I certainly could. It is a crystal. Well, I actually know all of the crystals now. I think I have full dungeon information. I also have no magic at the moment. Well, that's awkward. Fortunately, I have a random green potion that came in a bottle. I will want to go stock up on potions after this dungeon. Ow. Ow. Did not expect to get shocked twice in that room. That is irksome. Not really a problem, just it annoys me. Come on. Okay. Oh, this next room will be annoying. Fortunately, I just don't think I've got a good way to deal with it. Maybe arrows? Oh wow, you guys take more than one wooden arrow shot. That's really unfortunate. Wow, you take lots of wooden arrow shots. Okay. Fighter sword spin strats! This is gonna take a while. Because I don't want to just sit here and waste all of my arrows trying to kill these guys with arrows that apparently don't do anything to them. There we go. That was an annoying room. Bloomerang! Hello! That's not especially useful. I already have the red meringue. And while some people would argue that the bloomerang is better, I'm not one of them. I like my red meringue. I probably should have powdered that anti-fairy, because this is gonna be dicey. Yeah. This room is not so bad. This one after? Oh yeah, that's gonna be bad, and I have no invincibility items. If I get through this without taking damage, it will be a minor miracle. Okay, minor miracle achieved. Now comes the really hard part. Okay. That, I think, is what I needed. Okay. Hype, spell, bomb jump achieved. First try. Always nice. Ah, balls. That's really sucky. That is really, really sucky. I hate walking on narrow pathways. It's just really easy to overshoot and fall into a pit. Darn, I was really hoping one of them would drop a heart. Because this next room is going to be interesting. Okay, I did get a heart there, which is nice. Incidentally, the spins on the fighter sword do not do extra damage. However, they are a whole lot easier to hit with. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not a good room to be going into with 3 hearts. Because I need to cross that spike pit, and I have no way to do it without taking damage. Oof. I can get some health back here, though. Right. Because that guy can turn into a fairy. Okay, now I'm a whole lot happier with my health situation. Bombos! Okay, I now have all of the medallions. Also, that's gonna make doing the boss here way easier. It's the big key of ice. Okay, sure. I'll just get exactly the 2 items that I really want for this dungeon back to back. I'll accept that. Wait, what's next? Half magic? T-Rock small key. Okay. I'm sort of relieved that it's not giving me absolutely everything that I could possibly want. That was an interesting little glitch backwards. Okay. Now I need the fire rod first, then bombs. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need to do a bomb jump in the next room. Or actually, no. What? What? It gave me half magic. Right, can't go around that way. Wow, that was unexpected, to say the least. Yeah. Yeah, so that happened. Indeed, that was a thing that did indeed just happen. It literally gave me all 3 of the items that I could have on my wish list for completing this dungeon in this dungeon. The big key for the dungeon, bombos, and half magic. That is ridiculous and amazing. Okay. Yeah. So that's gonna make this boss, not exactly a joke, but a lot closer to it than he would have been. Yeah. I'm still kind of just trying to process that, because the randomizer just giving you that many things that you want in a row is really weird. It tends to go the other way, that it's not going to give you anything that you want for a long time. And I am in fact getting pretty close to having everything that I need to finish the game. Ow. Okay, yeah. I didn't need to drop into potions at all for that. That was interesting. Right, speaking of potions, I do still want to go visit the potion vendor. Wow. That Ice Palace, that was something. So, a potion vendor. Do you like bees? Well, it doesn't matter, because you're getting one anyway. Have fun. Okay, where do I still have left to go here? I didn't ever go explore the the one item, really, that I can get in Desert. That's not great. I can do most of Swamp, though, so I think I should go do Swamp now. If it gives me Hookshot in Swamp, this seed is just bewitched or something. In a good way. Let's see, what's my wish list? Hookshot, a bunch of sword upgrades, silver arrows, and one more thing. Oh, the Ganon Tower Big Key. Yeah, because I still don't have that. Thanks, guys. That was really great of you to not let me actually walk past you. Okay. Open the dam. Why the dam has a scary face on it, I don't know, but it does. Hit this. Go into Swamp. Okay. And... yeah, as nice as it was to get the sword when I did, at this point the sword is getting to feel grossly insufficient. I really could do with a sword upgrade real soon now. I'm also still interested in getting boots. My last seed boots were buried in Misery Mire after I had everything I needed to complete the game, so I wasn't opening chests at that point and completely missed it. Same thing happened with silver arrows, which If you're not familiar with the speedrunning community, not having silver arrows to fight Ganon sounds like it shouldn't work, but it does. It's weird, but it works. It's hard too, but it works. I do, however, absolutely, completely need at least one sword upgrade. 2 would be better. Master Sword Ganon is painful, Fighter Sword Ganon is impossible. Yeah, I know you in particular have heard me talk about silver arrows a time or two, but I always talk as though I have people listening who've never seen before. Right, I can't open that yet. I need to go around the other way first, because I don't have hookshot and I couldn't grab the key on the right side of the room. Go away, Firebar. Left side of swamp is also going to be annoying because, again, I don't have the hookshot. Move! Thank you! So I will have to climb up and fall down twice to get both of the chests. Which is the way that they would expect you to do this in vanilla. Because the hookshot would be in the big chest over there, and one of the 2 chests that I'm heading towards would have the big key to open that chest. I'm going to be a little bit annoyed if hookshot is in its vanilla location, because I'm... Okay, no, I am going to check that chest before, just in case the game decides to do that kind of troll to me. Because that would be really annoying to have walked right past the hookshot several times, and then go into an area where you need the hookshot. It's one of the 2 Desert Palace keys, so that's good. And by 2 in this case I mean a small and a big, not 2 smalls. Right, just jump off. Avoid the firebar. Going up, and going further up. Okay, so the left side chest has... Well, okay then. I don't need to fall down a second time after all. And the hookshot was in its proper dungeon. Not in the proper chest, but the proper dungeon. Okay. Sword upgrades, anyone? Please? This means I can't actually just full clear this dungeon now, which is nice. It is very nice. The fight is going to be icky at the end if I don't get a sword upgrade, but it's doable. Whether I can do it might be a slightly different question, but it is doable. Right, I need to grab the key from the right-hand side of this room. Yeah, I really don't expect to get hookshot in this dungeon in randomizer, so it kind of screws with my routing. This seed is being remarkably kind lately. Although, granted, if you hadn't just decided to come into Swamp and been looking for the hookshot, you might not think that it was kind for it to be right there. But the way that I played it, it was. Okay. I've got 3 more chests and then the boss. And I did go down south and get the chest there, so I haven't forgotten the chest that I forget in this dungeon. Heart piece. Turtle rock, big key. Okay, that's nice. Not immediately useful, but nice. And this chest has a key to Ganon's tower, which is pretty useless. Pretty unlikely that I'm going to run out of small keys in Ganon's tower, since it's fairly likely that I won't end up opening any of the chests in the basement of Ganon's tower, and therefore will not be using many small keys at all. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to be an annoying boss fight. Actually no, this is going to be a slow boss fight, but an easy one, because I have hammer. Welcome to my menu % run of this boss fight. And now you begin to see why in later Zelda games they allowed you to have multiple items equipped and usable from different buttons. Okay, there we go. Now, can I manage to hit this thing with the hammer? Maybe. Can I manage to hit it with something else? Fire Rod, actually, will be a fairly good choice. Fire Rod moves nice and quick. Ow. And does a lot of damage, too. And I have half magic. Lots of things in favor of Fire Rod right now. There we go. And here I have a crystal. Anything interesting? Oh no, I already got the item. So what do I have left to do? I have desert left to do. I still need the big key of desert. With the hook shot I can now get into Mire, and I think I can complete Mire at this point. It's not going to be fun with Fighter Sword, but I think I can complete it. Okay. Let's go into Misery Mire. Hopefully it won't be that miserable. Hopefully it'll give me a couple of sword upgrades. That'd be nice. Ow. Ow. Leave me alone. Ah, stupid bird. Okay, you landed on the platform. I am glad you landed on the platform. Because I am going to throw you into the water. You were really annoying and just about killed me. Die. Okay, speaking of just about killed, let's just reset the health here. That seems like a good plan. Okay. Any of you guys gonna drop something nice like a fairy? Okay, thank you. This game is just being remarkably generous right now. I ask for something and it tends to show up. Except for sword upgrades. Haven't seen that yet. Hoping that's next. Come on, it'd be nice. Okay. How do I want to approach this? Left side first, I think. I should have probably powdered you, but I've got mostly full health. It's not a big deal. I do have 2 keys, which means I can just open this door. This is the reason that it's nice to have 1 Misery Mire key, is you can open that door and hit that switch. Which is much nicer than the other routes that you have for getting that switch hit. And in this chest I find a Turtle Rock key. I have 2 Turtle Rock keys, so I can... If I skip 1 chest, I can clear Turtle Rock. Do I need health? I could kind of use health. Ow. Come here. There we go. Okay. I have half magic. I don't need to be conservative here. Bombs! Yay! Exactly what I needed here. I don't know why you're looking at me skeptically. 10 bombs is exactly the most useful item right now. Okay. What do you mean you're not supposed to be able to shoot through blocks? Of course you're supposed to be able to shoot through blocks. Look, I just did it 4 times. And over in here and down the pit, after the longest rumbling cutscene of the game, I find a heart. Well, that was anticlimactic. Okay. Time to go clear the right-hand side now. I still have no invincibility items, which is going to be moderately annoying in a room here. I do have the big key here, so I don't need to go up north yet. Ow. Red mail! Oh, that's a good one. Okay, 3 remaining chests. The big chest to my right, the chest that I just skipped, but we'll come back to, and the boss. Everything is accounted for. If you're wondering how I know that there are 3 items, that's because there's a counter underneath my bomb and rupee totals, thanks to having the compass for here. Oh yes, that's a good thing to find. Okay, do I have all of the items that I need to finish the game? That is the question that I have in my mind right now. I have Ice Rod, I have Fire Rod. I can full clear Turtle Rock, aside from the one chest that I'll skip. Is there anything else I could possibly need? I still need the Desert Palace Big Key, and I think the Thieves Town Big Key? So there are still a couple of keys that I need. Okay. Yeah, this has been that kind of seed recently. I need X. Here it is. I also do still need to get a sword upgrade, because, again, it is absolutely impossible to defeat Ganon with the fighter sword. Does not work. But I am getting remarkably close to go mode here. Mostly because the game has, in the last, I don't know, half an hour or so, just been handing me every item I could possibly want. Or at least many of the items that I could possibly want. Really? I missed with the pot? That's a good trick. Okay, can I pull off hiding in the door from the fire bar? No. One of these days I'll figure out the trick to that. Obviously I need to go further in, but how much further in I can go without things going badly is a different question. I want 6 arrows at the end. I have 55 now. I think I can spend a bunch of arrows. And be fairly happy. Actually, I think it's 8 arrows, but regardless, I have enough. Yeah, 8 arrows. So that took a lot of arrows, but hey, it went nicely otherwise. And I got the big key for desert, which means I can now almost full clear desert. I don't have boots. Lack of boots could be a complete non-issue this seed, or I could be about to discover that boots are absolutely critical for the item in desert. Don't know. To be fair, there's not a whole lot of items that would be necessary to find on the boot pedestal here. Or boot torch, I guess. So the odds are that I can avoid having boots and just be happy if I get them. And this chest has a small key to ice. That's completely irrelevant because I've fully cleared ice. I found the big key to ice in ice, therefore I don't have to go back ever. Oh crap. That could be a needed item. That could absolutely be a needed item. Yeah, there is a big key sitting on that torch. Oof. Come on. I would really like to upgrade from Baby's first sword here. Mushroom. Okay. That could be really useful, or it could be completely useless. I don't know. It's a fetch quest. And I won't know what the reward for the fetch quest is until I finish it. Oh boy. I'll take the heart drop, thanks. The lack of range on the fighter sword is really annoying. Fortunately, I am again not going to be using it on this upcoming boss fight because I have the fire rod and half magic. Having the fire rod and half magic makes my life far better. Okay. There we are. And you drop $5, because of course you do. That torch item is frustrating. I don't have the Skullwood's big key, but I have the fire rod and I have more than enough stuff. I can go do Skullwoods. Yeah, that was the last of my Light World stuff to do. I don't have the Hera basement key. Amusingly enough, I was just thinking about the chests in Aghanim's Tower and how those could contain interesting things, and I've been neglecting them. And then I remembered. I have Fighter Sword. I have no magic cape. I can't get into Aghanim's Tower yet. Yeah, that's a weird thing for this late in the seed. And usually it's, terrible that, you end up having to go into Aghanim's Tower and do that, because that's kind of a rare thing. But not being able to go in the door of Aghanim's Tower after this long is really weird. Okay, I have 2 small keys, so I don't need to do anything special here. There is a 3rd small key in the pot in the upper left corner there that I could grab, but I don't have any need. So I am just going to walk over this way. And take damage from those guys, because trying to fight them is just a bad idea right now, really. It's a bad idea. $50. Great. How about them sword upgrades? Sword upgrade would be... Actually, I do have the big key here. What am I thinking? Although, now, going out here is a stupid move. I should just go ahead and complete this section, and then go back for the big chest, because I'm going to have to walk right past it anyway. Unless I, you know, do something stupid and flute out. Okay, so... Whew. This is not going to be a fun boss fight. This never is a fun boss fight. But it's really not going to be a fun boss fight with Fighter Sword. I'm going to be relying very heavily on Fire Rod. That actually wasn't too bad. It only took 9 hits. The reason that's an accomplishment is this thing kills him in 8 hits. One of those was negated because he hit the spikes afterwards, which means the other 8 he didn't. Getting 8 out of 9 shots is pretty darn good. I can do Pyramid. Pyramid should be my next stop. What am I thinking? I don't go up this way, I go in. Yeah, he is a really ugly boss. I hate that boss. That is my least favorite boss in the game. I would rather fight Ganon twice than have to fight him in a seed. Unfortunately, that's not something that can actually happen. Okay. I do not have boots. This is going to be an ugly bomb jump. That might be right. Yep, that was right. I think there are 2 possible pixels for that jump. So the fact that I managed to get it is nice. Okay, yes, Pyramid Fairy next. Okay. Fortunately, I have plenty of money to pay the bomb vendor. Sword upgrades in Pyramid? I would really appreciate that. I mean, it could legitimately be the case that all 3 of the sword upgrades are in Ganon's tower. That would be a really mean thing for the Seed to do, but it is possible. Or worse, it could be, in there is 1 sword upgrade in Book of Medora, and the other 2 sword upgrades are on tablets. So you would have to, if you don't want to just Master Sword kill Ganon, go in, grab the one sword upgrade and the book, come out, check both of the tablets. That would be an ugly route to have to do. What do you mean I should back off from the explosion? It's perfectly safe, see? Compass. And bombs. Yep. I have 2 dungeons left to complete. I have the Turtle Rock Big Key. I do not have the Thieves Town Big Key. That is really bad. Where could the Thieves Town Big Key be at this point? It could be up in Turtle Rock. Could be out in Mimic Cave outside Turtle Rock. Could be in Hera Basement, and any of the above interesting locations have that. Oh, wow. For a seed that was being extremely generous for a while, this has now gotten really sketchy. Did I ever open the big chest in Pod? No, I haven't finished Pod. Do I have the big key for Pod at this point? I think I do. No, that was the one big key that I don't have other than the one I need. Okay, so I can't go into Pod yet. Come on. Let me catch my duck. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so Turtle Rock. The really annoying news here... Oh, wait. While I'm here, before I go into Turtle Rock, I have Hookshot now. I can do Hookshot Cave. I couldn't do that before, but I can now. So there could be really good items in those 4 chests. Okay. Yeah, that is strong potential. I would even be reasonably happy getting a Turtle Rock small key in those 4 chests. Don't worry about the physics there. It made perfect sense. You're just seeing it wrong. I totally didn't just phase through blocks. Yeah, using a hook shot through a moving block is interesting. It's, as I understand it, the same reason that you can fire a rod through the block and that you can mirror the block away. That the block kind of stops being part of the level and becomes a sprite while it's moving, and the game gets lost if you use an item during that. I believe the fix that they did in the American version of it is that you just can't use an item while you're pushing, and that was a master. Oh, that... Whew, sword upgrade, yay. Only 1 sword upgrade, but sword upgrade. Screw Turtle Rock. I can go get both of the chests in Aghanim's Tower right now. That feels like something I need to do. Thanks. I really needed the buried bomb under the bush there. That's really nice of you. I'm not going to complete Aghanim's Tower because, well, number 1, I don't need to, and number 2, it would cause problems if I did. It makes the overworld more annoying. Not really that much more dangerous, because I do have red mail now, but more annoying. Also, in some places, laggier. Okay! Hello, Aghanim's Tower! It's good to see you. Come over here, guys. That is a compass, so not useful. And the other chest in here is... Okay, if this fails, I think I'm back to Turtle Rock at that point. And it completely fails. Well, balls. That could have gone better, but oh well. I shall survive. No boots. That's the one thing that this seed has absolutely had in common with the previous one. I didn't get boots at all, previous seed. And so far, this one is exactly following those footsteps. Those very slow, plodding footsteps. So, if you missed me going through the blocks the first time, you get a chance to see it again here. There we go. It's a nice little time skip there. It doesn't change what you actually have access to going through here. It just saves you some time. Okay. Now here's the million-dollar question. There is a single lone chest in Turtle Rock that requires a key to get to. If I collect it, I don't believe I have enough keys to get to the boss anymore. Do I bet on there being something in there that I will need? Or do I bet on finding the fourth key so that I can fight the boss? I think I bet on there not being anything in there. I do not like this bet, but I think it is the smart one to make. If I was coming in here with one key down much earlier in the seed, I would make the opposite choice. I would say I'm probably going to get that last key before I have to come back in here. Therefore, I'll go ahead and open the chest now. And not fight the boss. But this late in the seed, that last key could be hidden in a really ugly location. And I could be forced to come back without it. So that was the door, and this is the chest. And I did exactly the opposite of what I was thinking I was going to because of force of habit, and it didn't pay off in the slightest. So, yeah, that was dumb. I'm probably going to have to come back in here and go all the way to the bottom again later. On the other hand, if I do find that small key while I'm in here, I will be thanking my force of habit for taking me on autopilot through that door while I was talking, because I won't have to come back for that chest, even though it had nothing in it. Come on. So, let's hope I find that small key in here. Or that my counting is off and I actually do have enough small keys. I will accept either. Okay. Mirror over. Check Mimic Cave. Okay, I have a bow. That makes Mimic Cave really easy. Tempered. Okay. I actually would have preferred the Turtle Rock small key there, but I will take Tempered. Tempered is very nice. Tempered means I really don't need sword upgrades for the rest of the game. Mirror Shield. I'm, again, pretty happy to find that, although it's not the most useful thing I could have just gotten. Because that means that Laser Bridge is going to be way the heck easier. Yeah, okay. I definitely don't have enough keys. So if I don't get my last key on Laser Bridge, I am going to be very sad. Now, mind you, I don't remember if Turtle Rock is actually required this seed. If it's not, then I'm actually completely okay with this choice. But I think it is. We'll see. Really annoying mini Helmosaur that I can't deal with in the easy way because I don't have boots to dash past him. Wait, that I fell off there, but over there to the left, that's the key door that I need to go through to fight Trinex. Oh god, I luck out. Okay, yeah. Wow. And silver arrows. The book, I sort of wish I hadn't found. Stop knocking me off. That's really annoying. Compass is pointless. Wow. So that means now that the big key that I'm looking for, or the boots, could be on a tablet. Don't mind me, I'm just dying to reset my health to something a little bit more reasonable, now that I've gotten the safety door here. And then I go through and I fight Trinex. Didn't really mean to switch away from the save and continue, but I doubt it's actually going to be relevant in Before Game Crash. And I can't do the super nice way of going through this dungeon, this room, because I don't have the boots. I can still do a fairly nice way of doing it, like this. But you can dash and make that look even slicker if you have boots. Okay. Top off my magic completely. And I'm going to start with Fire Rod because I hate the Ice Head. It emerges later, but I want the ice head dead more. Really? Okay. Yes, yes. Hurry up and do your explodey thing. Ah, I missed. That was just terrible timing. Fortunately, the rest of this boss fight is pretty easy, given that I have sufficient health remaining. Red mail, and the tempered sword. No big deal. And you drop... Blue cane. Okay. Boots in Spike Cave? Yeah, I'll go over that way. I need to check the tablet as well, since I just got book. But yeah, Boots could have been in Spike Cave. I could have gotten through it with a potion or two much earlier. Ow. Right, I don't need to be in the Dark World. I still don't have Hera basement key, do I? That's awkward. Because if I had it, right now would be a great time to go do it. Hera basement key? I kind of don't want it, but... Okay, compass. That's... Turtle Rock compass, that's not at all useful. I have finished Turtle Rock. I am not going back in. Yeah, getting that Turtle Rock small key in Turtle Rock was really lucky there. After completely spacing out and accidentally going through it, yeah. Accidentally going through the door and collecting that single chest. It's a really good thing that I just found the Turtle Rock small key. Okay. That's go mode. I don't need boots. Boots? What are those? I don't care. At least I'm pretty sure that's go mode at this point. I think pod is a pendant, and that's the only big key that I'm missing now. And I have absolutely everything else I need. I will check once I get into Dark World. Yep, pod is indeed a pendant. And in fact, I have all but one crystal, and this is that crystal. Let's go kill us a blind with way more equipment than we need. Do I even care about the random chests in here? Honestly? I could find gold sword? It'd be nice. But that's it. That is literally the only thing that would be at all useful at this point, is finding gold sword. Which honestly means I could have skipped coming up for this key. I suppose boots, boots would save time in places and make Ganon's tower a little bit easier, but not at all required. And this makes this the laggy hellway, but I'm completely okay with that to make it a trivial hellway. Again, boots would make that walkway a little bit simpler. So yeah, I'm basically in, if the chest is nearby, I will pick it up mode. I am not going to go at all out of my way for them, though. Like, I'm not even going to grab the big chest because it's a couple rooms over from where I want to be going. If a chest is literally in the room and will take me a couple seconds to go grab, I will grab it, and that is all. Not in the slightest bit worried about this upcoming fight. If I absolutely need them, I have potions, but I should be able to get through the first two phases easily, and the third phase I will use the Cane of Burna on. Just because I don't like trying to dodge that many projectiles if I don't have to. Yep, got your tires fixed for a flat rate. Good to know. There we go. Burna makes that fight so easy. Okay. Time to climb to Ganon's tower and begin the end of the game. No boots again this seed. Unless I just kind of randomly stumble into them in Ganon's tower, but let's face it, even if I do at that point, I'm still considering this a bootsless seed. Because finding boots in Ganon's tower is basically after the game is over. It's not technically over, but it's all over, but the last tiny little bit. Okay, time to make my way through Super Bunny Cave a third time and get to see the hookshot in action once more. If I actually get it this time, I'm going to be impressed, because getting this 3 times in a row is a bit of an accomplishment for my level of experience. Okay, so I didn't get the first part, but I had a second attempt, and the second part I got right. That's fine. B-. Time to go kill me an Aghanim 2 And then shortly thereafter, again. Open Sesame! There are 27 chests in Ganon's tower. I'm gonna open probably 4. Yeah, I still have hookshot out, that's fine. I will take that since you stumbled right into me there. Alright, I need arrows for this room. Come on. There we go. And I have silvers and mirror sealed, so these guys are a joke. The Beamos in that room are more dangerous than the Igors. Or actually, the Mimics, sorry. Igors are the other arrow-sensitive enemy in the game. These guys. These guys are Igors. And as in the last seed, because I have no boots, I cannot get the resource room to the south, but I'm also only down 3 hearts, so I really don't need to. I often go through these rooms with bombos, but right now I don't feel like it for whatever reason. So I'm just going through them the intended way. Which is costing me a fair bit of health. But I don't expect health to be a huge concern here, although it's becoming more of a concern. Ow. You are really annoying to hit. Okay. Yeah, health is now actually a concern. Fortunately, I have this red potion sitting around. That I just picked up, because I never actually bought red potion. Really? Yeah. That sort of sequence of events is why I often will use bombos to clear out those rooms. Because, yeah, that was icky. The bouncing with the spin is actually kind of fun on this. Really? That wasn't your death blow? I'm kind of surprised by that. Oh yeah, I suppose I have tempered, not gold, so spins do still do extra damage, and I should do them when possible. Right, I need this. Okay. This room is going to be potentially annoying, but nope, they just completely ignored me. I got it! I got the 1 cycle! That is, I think, a first for me. Woo! I got all 4 of them without having to wait for one of them to stop being invisible and come back. I am very happy about that. Okay, I have half magic. I do not need to be conservative here. I also have no boots, so I should be fast, if I can. Not going to grab the magic refill there, because I don't need it. I've got blue potions. I have silver arrows. This is going to be an easy end game. Also, come to think of it, there's a full magic right there. So I definitely didn't need it. So you! I do not like you. Ah, I really don't like you now. That was very unkind of you. Knocked me off. Moldorm is a very annoying boss. He's not especially dangerous, he's not likely to kill you, but he moves completely randomly, and if he moves the wrong way, he will just knock you off his platform and you'll have to climb back up. This is as true of Moldorm 2 as it is of Moldorm 1. The good news on Moldorm 2 is that there is no way for him to knock you down 2 floors. There is only 1 floor below him. And last chest has some more bombs. Yay! So this does end up being a completely bootsless seed. I don't have cape for this room, which is a little bit unfortunate. Wow, that was an interesting outcome. I didn't know you could just get stuck between those and the wall with blue cane. The more you know. The other thing that's a little bit annoying is I won't have the cape for fighting Ganon, but blue cane is sufficient, and I've got all sorts of other good stuff. I really should have gotten that, but I was too busy talking. That one just sucked. Okay, that's 1 of my 6 hits. That's 2, I think, maybe 3. I believe I'm at 3 hits. That's 5 hits. Really? I missed that? That's annoying. There we go. Aghanim 2 down. Come, my duck, let me ride with my lance! Ah, crap, I dropped my sword! Hello there, Rockboo, how you doing? Down to the final stages here. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that should force you into the next phase. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, I can't spin. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that should be all of what I need. I'm very glad that I didn't die to that, because that would have been really annoying. I will go back into blue cane mode and get in a few more pot shots. Okay, good. You have transitioned to the next mode. I am glad. Two hits. 3 hits. And that's all 4 hits for that mode. I did in fact find the arrows in Turtle Rock. I did not get Torch Glitch, but I shouldn't need it. Oh shit, really? Oh, that sucks. That sucks, because now I have to start that fight all over again. I was not expecting him to actually get that bat off, and so I was moving into arrow position, which meant that the back's knockback sent me off the edge. That sucks. So that loses me like, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, something like that. Okay, I am into this next phase. Two, 3. This is the final boss fight, so I'm about to be done. Unless, you know, I screw up again. Yeah. Again, I missed the torch glitch, but oh well. Really? One. Two. Ah. Was not expecting you to be right on top of me there. Also, these bat knockbacks are really being annoying. But that was 4. GG, game over. Whew. Okay. Meow, 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 meow. Oh my god. Yeah, that seems like a fitting summary of this seed. Okay. I'm going to set down my keyboard and let the credits play for a couple minutes as I go over and hit the bathroom, and I'll be back with you by the time we get to some of the interesting stuff at the end. Do watch the credits at the beginning here. There are some amusing pseudo-spoilers for what was in various locations. Goo for sale. Yep, that was a green potion, alright. Fungus for life. I never did turn in the mushroom, did I? Huh. Glad that wasn't important. You were holding either a heart piece or a heart container, I take it. Whew. Wonder what was on the Master Sword pedestal this time. I'm guessing arrows. Life Boy feels some love again! So that was a piece of heart here. I think that's the dig spot. Either that or it's what the Wood Boy in Dark World gives you. She doesn't have an item. The Dwarven Swordsmiths were actually Shieldsmiths today. Yeah, you just had some bombs. Gary, the old man. Yep. Why is he named Gary? Why not? Apparently he has a hammer, though, because he got past those pegs. Either that, or maybe he doesn't have a hammer and was just going out to the end and went, oh crap, I don't have a hammer for this. I've done that sort of thing. A couch cache. Okay, so this was just a small amount of money. So nothing interesting in the Master Sword pedestal that scene. Okay, now comes the boring part of the credits, which is why I have a fast-forward key. This is the original game stuff, and now the people who did the randomizer. There's a Discord link if you want to go talk to the folks who made this and get advice on how to play and such. Okay. First sword was 35 minutes in, flute was an hour 26. Yeah, that one took a while. Mirror was actually before first sword. I killed a boss without a sword. That was the guy down in Castle Basement. 6 bosses with fighter, and then 4 with tempered. Oof. No bonks! Woohoo! They were impossible, but I got none! Yeah. 2 hours, 55 minutes, 12 seconds, .26, so under 3 hours. I am completely okay with that. That was, for a little bit there, a stupidly fast seed that was just handing me absolutely everything I needed. And then it just kind of muddled and went, yeah, you go find the last couple things. I've hidden them somewhere. 174 is pretty high, given that there are 23 more items in Ganon's Towers that I didn't pick up. So that's 196 items there. So outside of Ganon's Tower, there were only 20 items that I didn't pick up, and this includes all of the ones that I could see and passed over. So yeah, I cleared most of the game there. Now comes the interesting part. I get to finally pull open the spoiler log that was generated with this and go, where the heck was all of that stuff that I didn't actually see? So, like, Pegasus boots. Where were the Pegasus boots this seed? Pegasus boots were, in fact, in Ganon's tower. They were in the big chest of Ganon's tower. You are almost never going to check that chest. Because that chest, the only way that you have access to it is when you can already go and complete the game. The only thing I think that could possibly be in there that you would be forced to open it for is your second sword. If that had the Master Sword and both Tempered and Golden were out on the 2 tablets, then you would absolutely have to open that and then go out and get one of them. No, actually, you can't do it with Mastered. It just sucks. Shovel was in Ganon's tower as well. Anything else interesting? It's mostly just trash that was in there. Bunch of rupees, some pieces of heart, a key for Palace of Darkness, just in case you hadn't finished that yet. Speaking of which, Palace of Darkness. Was there anything interesting in the big chest? Big chest had 300 rupees, and Helmosaur had the cape, so that's where the cape was. Anything else that I would like to know about? We already heard that the mushroom turned into life. Where was the second Aghanim's Tower key? There was one of those in Ganon's Tower too, so it was literally impossible to do Aghanim's Tower until you'd been into Ganon's Tower. Aghanim was almost certainly going to be killed in his second form before his first there. Which is kind of silly. I got Cane of Burna. Really, was there anything else that was missing? I got Half Magic. No, that's pretty much everything, I think. Oh, where was the 4th sword upgrade? There were 2 of them on Death Mountain. One of them in Tower of Hera, in the big key chest, so down in the basement. Okay, so where was the Hera basement key? Tower of Hera key was in Ganon's Tower, so you would have had to grab it from Ganon's Tower, go out, go into Tower of Hera, wait in the basement, and grab your sword upgrade from the basement of Tower of Hera. Yeah, that's not bloody likely. That is not likely at all. Anything else I want to know where it was, this seed? I should drop into chat the permalink for the seed here, so if anybody really feels like going and playing it after me, it's now in chat and will be stored in the chat replay. But other than that, I think that's pretty well everything. I got very close to having all of the items in the game. The cape and the butter sword were the only 2 things I think that I didn't get that were at all significant. Various heart pieces and containers, but that's not a big deal. Oh, and the boots. Yes, cannot forget the boots. The boots that were hiding in Ganon's Tower in the big chest, was it? Yeah, in the big chest of Ganon's Tower. Ugh, what a place for boots to be. Okay, well, that's it. I'm not interested in doing another seed because I don't feel like spending another 3 hours on that. So, it's been nice talking to you all. Have a good rest of your day, however long that is, and be the awesome people that I know you can be. See ya.